on, everybody? DjGoHam here. Welcome back to the channel.
It's Farm Some News, baby.
Today, A2 Studio puts Pistons on his TLX rigid body. Aghalee has got a new forage harvester. Raleigh Christie has a new version of their International 2070. Caster Modding has submitted a stationary baler for all platforms. Tired Iron Modding announces what their next project will be. JHHG Modding has big updates. Baler Modding is making something red. Sluicious Modding has a new John Deere cultivator. JV3D are working on a new tanker. Iris Theme Modding talk about the next update to Aghalee Farm and a console version. BCB is in the process of updating Wyther Farms. Steve's Mod shows progress on his next map, Dowlands. Aghalee is adding a train. Plus, Peter716 updates us on the latest progress of his next map, Greenlands. Let's check it out. A2 Studio is back with some new features being added to the TLX9000 rigid body semi-truck, starting with the enclosed module. This will not just be any normal enclosed trailer, it will have a hydraulic lift with moving pistons to raise and lower goods into the back of the enclosed trailer, as well as small machines, weight dependent of course. If you want to watch and mod this live and possibly get your own input onto the mod, check out A2 Studio on YouTube so that you don't miss any live streams, and check him out on Facebook to stay up to date on his other projects like the recently announced TLX3500 truck. Aghalee has announced a new project and they have been keeping this one secret. I didn't even know about this. They say it's almost finished. Today, I present to you the new Holland FR850. This forage harvester will have many different options such as window tint, pipe color options, decal options, and wheels, and the ability to open and close the body cover panels, lending itself to more roleplay styles of gameplay. Aghalee has made many great mods like the new Holland TR Evo Series, Star Hercules 6, which I know Clutch loves, and the Case IH 2566, just to name a few. To see this new forage harvester in all of its glory, check out the link in the description beside Aghalee. Raleigh Christie is back with us today with updated screenshots of their International Fleet Star 2070 mod, but this is a little bit different than the one that we've seen before. This is the 2070A, which instead of a fifth wheel on the back for pulling semi-trailers, things like that, this is a rigid body version, being suitable for things like platforms, dump beds, and things like that. I've actually been using an IT runner version of something like this on my personal game save for a while now, and I would love to replace that with this. Get hyped! We have what looks to be another truck on the horizon, and from none other than Raleigh Christie. Caster Modding shows off some new mods that they've been working on and are both now off to Giants for testing, the first of which is a stationary bale press and wrapper combo. This is a mod that lots of you have been asking for, and I know there's quite a few other mod creators that are working on different versions of things like this as well. Caster does mention that this was made without scripts, so it is suitable for console use, which I think is the best news of all. This will be called the Lizard S710 Stationary Bale Press. And secondly, today they show off their MAN TGS milk truck. This looks to have a few different options, hopefully color for wheels and cab at least. We will also have the ability to change the language text, so no matter what you call milk in your country, you'll be able to see that text on your tanker. Both of these mods have been submitted for testing for all platforms. Tired Iron Modding has heard your calls and announced what his next mod will be, and it will be the new Holland TR Series Combine Harvester. He says the plan is to make the body for the TR96 and TR86 and make the 8696 series cabs and 8595 series cabs to be able to have 4 different combines using only 2 mods. The great thing is, he's already started working on the model. If your idea didn't make it, don't worry. He said they would be keeping all of your ideas in mind for future projects. JHHG announced early this morning that they will be updating a big list of their mods, bringing them up to V2. Unfortunately, after the last game patch version 1.7.1, some of their IC animations on their mods, which included IC script, crashed right after actualization. This week, they will be releasing big updates for their vehicles, which include many small and big upgrades, updates, and fixes since the mod's initial releases. Some of these updates and upgrades will include simple IC, horseplay, beta-friendly, refreshed AO specular maps, new animations, refreshed configurations, fixing reported issues, and more details separately for individual machines. You can expect to see updates for the John Deere 8R 2010 US and EU, John Deere 8R 2016-2018 US EU, John Deere S600 US and EU, John Deere S700 US and EU versions, and soon we'll be updating their 8RT 2010 US and EU versions, but that will not be included with this update. At the time of recording, which is early on Sunday morning, these updates will only be for PC, and I assume they will be released on their Facebook page. I will leave a link to that in the description so that you can be the first to know when these updates do come out. I'll also be announcing them on Farm Some News once they release. He does say that these updates could come to Mod Hub for console as well, but we will just have to wait and see what happens with that. JHHG finished by saying stay tuned for more information about their J&M grain cart and the John Deere DB planter updates. LR Modding, known for their John Deere mods, looks to be working on something red. They are starting work on the K-Side Speed Tiller 475. They do say if anyone has one of these or has some detailed information about the parts on the tiller to contact them, as they want to make this mod as realistic as possible. We'll have a link to them in the description so you can get a hold of them. Flusha's Modding are working on a new project, the John Deere 100 Cultivator. They say that the model is about 90% complete, but naturally, they have a lot more to do. All of their mods do go to all platforms, so I don't see this being any different. Small or large, new John Deere mods are always welcome. JV3D also has a new model today, the tank Sollus CTA 4500. This appears to be a water tanker, possibly a liquid fertilizer herbicide tank, to transport liquids from point A to point B. Unfortunately, as with all of their announcements recently, no other information is known. Aorus Theme Modding, aka Shane5465, says that the map update to Aghalee Farm is finished and will include updates and fixes to cow straw and manure triggers, field boundaries, gates clipping, and some other small things as well. Some of the triggers on the map have been moved to help make the map a bit easier to get around and use. Shane says that he intends to send the update off to Giants soon. He also teased the possibility of having a Maize Plus version of Aghalee Farm for BZ players, which I think is really cool. As for console players, don't worry. He says that the console version of the map has also been completed and is currently in the internal testing phase. If all goes to plan, he'll be sending the console version off to Giants for testing as early as next weekend. Missy B is now working on update version 1.2 for her map, Wyther Farms. If you're having any issues or know of any bugs, please contact her at the link in the description below. Steve's Mod shows off more progress on his next map, Dowlands 19. He says that the map is coming along very nicely. This is a map that was originally made for FS17 by Pro Farmer 40 and Yorkshire Deno, and was only for PC and Mac and FS17. With full permissions, Steve's Mods will be bringing this map to FS19 for all platforms. Steve's Mods has been hard at work on the map and is currently in the modding stage. There are no release dates. The original Dowland map, if you're curious, is based around actual farms in Yorkshire surrounded by fictional, picturesque views. The map included 4 farms, those being pig farm, cow farm, sheep farm, and a contractor's farm. It did include 7 sell points with 30 fields and 2 grass fields. I'm excited to see what Steve's Mods brings us with this new version. AgriMods teases what looks to be a new map that will include a train. As you know, trains on mod maps are quite rare when you think about it, with only a handful of our maps including them. You can also see some areas around the tracks like pathways through the woods, and even a bridge over a small creek made from logs. A great addition and a fun change to the everyday stuff that we see in FS. Keep an eye out for more information as it's available. AgriMods, you have my attention. And lastly today, Peter716, good friend of the channel, updates us on this week's progress to his new map, Greenlands. He has added more contracts, bringing the total number of fields with contracts to 48. He's also added more fields in general and a small yard with a house and some sheds. This week he plans on making even more fields, adding contracts to grass fields and adding more trees to the map. What do you think about this map? I think Peter716 is on the right track to another great map. He does say he'll be live streaming the modding process on Twitch this week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. UK time, which for those of us in the States is around 2 p.m. Eastern or 11 a.m. Pacific. If you want to check that out, I'll have links to all of his social medias below, as he's been keeping us updated regularly on his map's progress and has been very transparent about the map, which I think has been a very fun process. Check him out. And check out this terrible segue to the outro of today's video. Just like every episode of Farm Sim News, links to all topics discussed today can be found in the description below. As always, there are no release dates for mods, so myself nor anyone else knows when any mod is going to be released. If I did not talk about something that you're interested in or curious about, that just simply means that there's no new information at the time of recording. Please refer to previous episodes on the most current status of those other projects, and make sure you stay tuned to the channel for updated information on everything new going on in the world of Farming Simulator. Well guys, that is going to be it for today. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like on it, get subscribed to the channel if you're new, and join the GoHam fam. Make sure you turn your notification bells on as well so that you never miss daily Farming Simulator videos here on the channel. All being said, hope you have a great day. We will see you later. Peace. I don't know if you guys can notice or not, but I've been scripting the Farm Sim News videos for about the past week. I am much happier with them.